And we got bananas in chat from Tom CD1, Morita666, TJ Avu, oh, crazy name, Cuplex, MXV, Roman Empire II, Sweeney Dunstan Gaming, Shizuku3158, and Kilgore131. Thank you for the bananas, peeps. I appreciate that. Just getting things ready to go here. Let's log in and play some more Minecraft. So this is the second of 2 streams. We streamed last night, and now we're streaming in the morning the next day. Back-to-back Hermitcraft streams. And I remember what I dreamt about last night. It was crazy! I will tell you about that a little bit later on. I've got to warm up this morning, boys. Also, I've got a hot cup of tea right here. So I need all of y'all who are subscribers to flex your tea emotes in chat. Just remind yourself how to do it. And then in about 12-13 minutes, drop me a tea reminder, okay? I'd really like to enjoy this tea. So I ask you to help me remember, because I'm terrible. You know, I'm a terrible human being when it comes to remembering how to drink tea. I always seem to forget. Peeps, I made the whole bunch of concrete powder. We need a box for this. I'm running out of boxes, you see. Do I have some I'll have some semi-empty ones around here. Maybe one of these is even empty. Yeah, those 2 are. Excellent. Well, they've been sorted out. And that one. Sweet. 3 of them. Anyway, look at this. We made all of this we made the powder at the end of the last stream, and then I turned it into concrete. Which is awesome. Thank you for the tea emotes in chat, Emerald Rain and Roman Empire II. There are probably a few more. Chat moves fast today. How many people are watching? It says 175. I'll update soon, but chat is moving fast this morning. A lot of people are talking about what time it is. Why is it the weekend morning? It's always the weekend morning. People just incessantly talk about time zones. I've seen it for so many years now. It just amazes me. Like, why does this time of the day make people talk about time zones? Right? If it's a regular evening stream, no one's talking about what time it is. I find it so strange. We've got noises in the ear. Sweeney Dunstan Gaming here, resubscribing before 15 months, saying bringing back the old school with that pre-stream track. Yes, thank you for your pre-stream subscription. You reminded me there. Pre-stream music was Return of the Mac by Craig Mack. No, not Craig Mack. Actually, I don't know what his name is. I just searched Return of the Mac and put the song on. Oh, Phil. Isn't it Mark Robinson or something? I think that's it. Yeah, that is such a classic song. Classic song. And it got stuck in my head the other day. Every now and then, that song gets stuck in my head. Alright, so I'm going to be using quartz from in here. Let's check out my redstone box in terms of rails. We've got a few rails and a few redstone blocks. So before we head out of here, I just want to make sure that we're good on supplies, you know. I've got a feeling we're going to need another type of concrete for this as well. We've got another noise in the ear from Gillian, who's resubscribing for 18 months in a row. That's 2 Twitch babies. Thank you so much for your 18 months of support. And we have Dark Apostle 89 subscribing as well. Thank you ever so much for your subscription. What we want to do is grab some sand. Wait, no, gravel. That's the one we're short of. I'm just going to make, like, both colours. And make my life easy for a moment, I think. Okay, so there's the 2 bits of gravel. Put that away. Just trying to keep organised before we head out of here. Also, I don't actually need those 2 shulker boxes, as far as I know. And that's my redstone box. That needs to go away. So I need my dyes. And then I need light grey and I guess the other one, right? So we've got another noise here. Noise in the ear from the one and only Eagle Fam. Here with a donation saying heart because you never to see the emote. I think I do. It's usually like a bracket thing. I guess it's not an emote on my screen. It turns into text. But Eagle, thank you so much as always for the donation. I appreciate your support. And I hope you enjoy today's stream. yeah, so the text I have on the screen does a couple of quirky things. It doesn't show emotes, which is weird with the cheers thing I've noticed. And it doesn't... It cuts off words mid-sentence as well if it goes to a new sentence, which is just like, please don't do that. That's not helpful. Why would they design the program that way? Who knows? Okay, so we've got that. That's the stuff. I can tell right now we don't even need to look at the other stuff. In fact, I won't even bother because that's the stuff. These things might as well just go back in there. In you go. In you go. Look at me. Look at how organised I am today. I'm organised, peeps. Alright. Just got to do this for a moment. We got a noise in here from Velvet Twench. Or Velvet Wench. Resubscribed for 2 months, saying thanks for the streams. No problem, buddy. Thanks for tuning in and thanks for your support. Do you ever burn out on Minecraft? Says Flossie Cart. Yeah, my interest in it sort of rises and falls. But right now it's pretty high. I feel like it's just rocketed recently. And that's, strangely, just by playing more have I found my inspiration and sort of stuff been renewed. Hex, got any tea? Says UGM Trash. I do. We're 6 minutes into the stream. Give it about another 9 to 8 minutes and it'll be prime for drinking. Prime. I'm looking for some prime morning tea. Elite says... Oh, yeah, let me concentrate before I read again. Okay, there we go. Don't want to accidentally get this wrong. So that's regular concrete, so everything else should have gotten captured. Let's check it, because we know that sometimes some blocks disappear. Nope, we got all of them. Sweet, and we should have all of them. Actually, I'm starting to wonder now. Is that the right one? Oh, God. I'm going to fly over there and find out it's the light grey one, aren't I? I'm gonna make light grey as well. The doubt has creeped into my mind all of a sudden. I mean, this takes no time at all, right? It's better than flying there and flying back. Oh, it could be the lighter one. I mean, that doesn't take long, does it? So we'll just do that quickly. I can't build large bases. I can be fine with a 1 floor 10 by 10 base, says Boredom Random. Got to think bigger, man. I mean, if big bases isn't your style, that's fine, but I don't know, like 1 floor 10 by 10, that's not going to have a lot of stuff in it. J-Man Gamer says, which update is your favourite? I don't know. I kind of like just the game as it is now. Like, I like it getting updated over time. Redstone update was pretty awesome. Elite says RIP in chat. You said my name, but I didn't read it. Yeah, sorry, I kind of distracted myself, didn't I? Bombs Away says Asuma, a player called Evil Asuma Boy joined the plot world a couple of hours ago. Well, you know, it's a username you can sign up for. Is it still the pre-stream, says MXV? No. This is no pre-stream right here. This is the real deal. You're here. I'm going to tell you about my crazy, funky dreams. And I don't know what else we're going to talk about. We had a big, deep stream yesterday. See, look, we lost 2 blocks that time. It's possible to lose them. Surprise Tolbus says, no, you can't sign up for that username since now it's been taken. You know what I mean? Like, you could sign up for Evil Dirt. I don't know, something X-related, probably. Right, so Mumbo Space is in that direction. I always thought it was the opposite corner, but hey, I got turned around, right? In here. So, why am I doing it this way when I can just fly out? It makes sense, it makes little of. Right, can I fly? Oh, I need to do something important here. I need to do something important. Glad I remembered. Okay, this coordinate here, we are looking at this block. What changes? So, we're looking at the the Z value. So let's put this in chat and we can recall on it later. Minus 1152. That is an important number for what we're about to do. Okay, peeps? Because we're going to build the rail coming in directly in line with our base, which I think will be a really nice distance from Mumbo's base. You'll be able to see the rail, but it won't be up close. good. Tron 2K SA is here, resubscribed for 2 months in a row, saying, Tron 2K SA watching on my Xbox and phone because I cannot donate on Xbox. Thank you so much for your resubscription. Don't worry about the donation stuff, dude. And you're watching on your Xbox and phone. 2 things at once. Craziness. I reckon there's going to need to be some redstone over here. So, the rails... how's the rails here work? I'm going to probably get some more powered rails together. And make it so that these are powered as far as they can in the other direction. I can see why Grian doesn't want to use more in the middle. Because you can keep it nice and clean. You don't have to put a lever on it. You don't have to use a redstone block. But these could go further in each direction. Now when they reach this bit over here, I think it would be a case of turning this into a powered rail and putting a redstone block there, which is just not visible to the outside. Let's, yeah, okay, that's a good spot for a redstone block. There's probably an ender chest in this area, right? There isn't. Now there's probably going to be some sort of redstone contraption going on in the middle here, as we'll need like a stop-start station area. But for now I'm going to put that there as a kind of reminder that we need powered rails. And that's the spot to put them. Now we need to mirror that on the opposite side is the other thing I'm going to do. It's already been set up for that, which is good. So it's the other side of where there is an end rod. But over here the end rod is in the wrong spot, I think. Yes, so we'll move that over. A Mank says, hi Asuma, what are we doing today? Metal! Metal, listen to me, metal! Wait, was this one in the right spot? Or was it was even further over? No, wait, what am I looking at here? Okay, no, I did it right the first time. So then, if we rip out this block and that block, excellent. Symmetrical building. I like it. Very good in the hood. Okay, 12 minutes in. We're getting close to that tea drinking time, peeps. Fuzzbox says, I've got to admit it, I don't like the way the rail colour is having to be displayed the entire length of the rail. Well, it's Ren's project and it's what he wants to have done. I do think there's a good idea to it. It's just it does kind of add to or change. I mean, I think it would be smarter if we all got together. This is too wide. Interesting. If we all got together and figured out what the themes were, and then maybe the better ways, like rather than have the colour imposed on the line, why not let the line determine the colour? Something like that. But it's Ren's project, remember, and when you're working with lots of people and you've got a vision, there's some things that you want to be consistent, right? So Ren's obviously put some value into having the rail colours displayed. I think another thing that might help would be hanging banners, like red banners, and imagine putting them off the side of these little things. That would be really great. By the way, we also need some quartz. And look, I made these blocks because I thought we'd need to build some, yet we've come over here and we probably won't use a single one. How hilarious is that? How hilarious is it? I could use Schematica over here and create a schematic of the little structure and place it in over here. But I probably won't. What we'll probably do is just build the line. So the line's going to be flat and then I believe it just turns like normal. So we'll create this little section first of all and then go completely flat. So we'll grab a rocket. And yeah, it just turns the corner, so we don't have to worry about that. That's great. And then we're probably going to count the distance, but we'll start off just by getting them in line with these blocks. So it's 2 in the middle. Now I'm going to have to do a little bit of counting here, peeps. These blocks can go in there. Notice how I've ended up with 5 left over when I made like a whole bunch of stacks of this. I think I did. That's a lot of loss if that's from a whole stack. Sweeney Dunstan Gaming, Kilgore, Roman Empire II, thank you so much for your tea reminders. We'll do this counting and then we'll get on drinking the tea. So that's 4. 2, 1. 4, 2, 1. Okay. That's kind of easy to remember, right? And it starts with the white block. 4, 2, 1. We can do that. I need y'all to verify. 2, 3, 4. So there's 4. Then we have 2. Then we have 1. Then we have the line. Let's go do that on the other side. X, we need to get Corrales back on Hermitcraft, says Matthew Dilly. I'd love nothing more than for Corrales to return and rejoin us, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think the guy's pretty much moved on from playing the game, you know. And that's fine. That's just what happens. Some people, they lose interest in it, right? Okay. There we go. That's officially some line being built right there. I like this. It's cool. I'm going to drink some tea now. We're 16 minutes into this stream. That means this tea is going to be gorgeous. That warms my soul. Mumbo said he is doing the redstone in the station. Ah, okay, cool. Lovely. We got a noise in the ear here from Surprise Tulpa, who's resubscribing for 14 months, saying, I found myself sucked in almost every single game you showcase on your channel. Perhaps we have very similar gaming tastes, says Surprise Tulpa. Well, that would be very much possible, you know. If you have any game recommendations, I mean, shoot them my way. Although I will remind you, I'm pretty fussy with my games. Jeez. Okay, actually, looking over here, has he got a block missing? I found a... Oh, look at this. Grian! You're supposed to be the master builder who never makes a single mistake. You've missed a block. How could you? Blasphemy. That's what it is. So we need a system to figure this stuff out as well. Let's do some counting and see how much space there is between each of these rails. That's 10. So 19 was the gap there. That's 10. 20. 30. 40. 45. I got a feeling he might sort of be winging this. Let's do a rough count here. So that's like 6, 10, so 10, 20, 30, 40, and then that one's a little bit longer. So I think what we'll do is we'll do 19 out and build the first one, and then we'll do exactly 40. So let's put those numbers in chat again. That being said, it might be smart to build the entire track out to where it turns and then divide it. Anyway, we've got a noise in the ear from Tron2 KSA, who's doing cheers, throwing the bits, saying, Asuma, what's your favourite build on the server, including stuff other hermits have built? Probably Scar's Volcano. I really think that's a special build. Hey X, I recently got an electric guitar. Do you recommend any specific ways to practice? Yeah, I do. You know, there's a lot of learning information on YouTube. Just watch a lot of it and you'll start to pick up the good stuff. Yeah, learn to read tabs as well, because then you can learn to play some of your favourite songs. I found that was a great way to get into guitar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tron, thank you ever so much for your cheers and bits, by the way. Appreciate that. X, your hotbar on the bottom of the screen is slightly off. That's fine. That always happens. Oh, jeez. Eat a carrot then. Don't place that block. That's a pretty glorious view right there, isn't it? I'm going to screenshot that. That looks amazing right now at night. That's our thumbnail right there. That could also be a thumbnail. Jeez. I think if you play on like normal render distance and you're in one person's base or the other ones, you can't see each other. But if you are like A in the middle, but also playing with, I've got render distance 20 on, that really helps. Grian's Way is ugly, says one Styles. I disagree. I think it's alright. I think it's very minimalist. You could easily confuse the minimalism of it as being ugly, perhaps. So when we have our little stopping point, we're going to put 2 redstone blocks down. So I've got those. We're going to create this rail. And then I could drop down and bring this thing up. And then it should kind of build itself. Like, I'm going to figure out how far away from it I am. We do this zigzag up. And then we need some end rods and slabs. So we'll get the end rods and slabs in our inventory as well. Maybe I've even got the red glass. So we're looking at 3 different materials to pull out here. Glass is one of them. Quartz is the other. And then lighting sources. Excellent. Let's place those down. Trying to keep all of this in my membrane, you know what I mean? We got end rods, not many. And then I guess I'll take that and turn it into slabs. So backpack goes down. Crafting bench comes out. There's already a crafting bench there. Some of y'all are pointing that out. X, you're looking at one already. That is a lot of slabs, more than we'll need. Also, I left a couple of my boxes over here, right? No, these are Grian's. I picked them back up. So I'm keeping my boxes in the middle. That's how we're doing this. Yeah, going to need a ton of this stuff. Sweet, that is going to do me, I think. So we'll come back over to the rail and we'll try and do this without having to take too many trips back. Y'all can help me, and you can scream at me and you go, Sumi, you're doing it wrong, or you're doing it right, you know. So I think what we're going to do is that. Now I'm going to drop down here. And that should be my base. Oh, no you don't. No. Get out of here, you bunch of butts. I'm trying to build. I'm not ready for P2P to the death combat right now. Ugh. Okay, we're out of here. We're out of here. Scram. Do you know what? I got a weapon for all of y'all. I got a weapon for y'all. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Stupid drowns. Clark Diggity is here subscribing with Amazon. Oh, jeez. Clark Diggity, thank you ever so much for your Amazon Prime subscription. Appreciate you supporting me and the channel. I hope you enjoy the stream. Jeez, I'm not paying enough attention, clearly. Ugh. Red X Slayer says, I love Thunderbird. It's a good track. Whoa. Dude, this guy's rude. Rude. I don't know if Grian built his all the way down to the bottom. It makes sense if he did. Also, I could have just put the powder down at this particular point. Whoopsie. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's a bunch here. I see your little heads poking out of the water. Here you are. Get wrecked, sucker. The rudeness. We got a noise in the ear from the Skronk. The Skronk, thank you ever so much for subscribing. Appreciate your support. I hope you're enjoying the stream today. Okay, we did build this in the right place, so that's good. So now there is some sort of thing that happens here. That feels about right. But then it touches, which I don't think it does. So we break that block in this one. I think that means all of this goes down, actually. It's kind of... this is kind of tricky. It's kind of tricky, like spelling Mississippi. Okay. So we'll be able to build our way out of this, which is important. Now, have I done this right or wrong? It don't look right. It don't look right at all. Let's go back over there and check stuff out. X, what is your favourite Indian cuisine? Says Red X Layer. I love me a vegetable masala or a motor paneer and a sag paneer all mixed together. Oh! I talked that at great detail yesterday about how delicious that meal is. I'm going to have that meal again. That was perfect. That was optimum perfect curry. Oh, look at that. They do touch with a diagonal. Okay, that's important detail. And the end rods are like, the little bits are connected on this side going in. That's important detail as well. Mardi Gras Kid is here, resubscribing for 22 months. 22 months, saying, hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, buddy. Thank you ever so much for your continued support. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Elite says, hey, I'm 17 and in year 11. Any tips for finishing school and to avoid stress? Got exam block next week. I've written 2 different 1,000-word essays. Got maths tests. Goes in 2 hours. Dude, like... I would, you know, you got to do you know what you got to do, right? You got to knuckle down, you got to study, but you're a human being. You're gonna feel those emotions and stuff. I don't know, because I don't know you like particularly what to suggest. But one thing that helps me with emotions or stress or things that are affecting you negatively is sometimes to step back from yourself and observe yourself. Think about what you're feeling more in an observational sense. And that helps me like get a little distance from what I'm actually feeling and then assess if it's really like a necessary way to feel or a helpful way to feel, right? And a lot of time with stress it can be a little bit self-imposed. You might notice like, this isn't really worth worrying about or something. But I think when it comes to your GCSEs, obviously it is worth worrying about, but you just got to try and... I can sort of see the pattern over there. Just got to try and find that ability to feel it, feel the stress, and then maybe... It's very difficult to describe this, but by being observant of it, it gives you a little bit of power over it, and then you can kind of relax it, you know. And is this the same material as well as what was used over there? I think when we put the quartz in, it's going to give it that contrast. There you go. As soon as the quartz in, that looks less white. It's funny how the brain does that. It's definitely an optical illusion. Anyway, dude, like, you know, study hard, but like, try and give yourself a little bit of distance from it, you know. You got to study hard, but you got to also have the mindset to not let it get to you, I guess. And that's probably not great advice, because that's kind of like something that works for me, but it doesn't sound very practical. Propiet says, hey X, do you have any ideas on getting popular, but in a way where you play things that you like, but also give people new things to watch? Not really, I don't think. I mean, I assume you're talking from like a creator's perspective. I mean, just be yourself, really. Like one of the things about seeking success is that you might have to trade off who you are for it, right? Or what you really want to do. Like, what's the point in doing YouTube if you don't enjoy it? So I would seek out doing things that you enjoy, and if that leads to having an audience, that's great. I ain't got no ender pearls, peeps, but I do have rockets. Not many. Come on! Yes, there we go. I think if I'm going to go fish out the blocks that get dropped, I'm going to end up going into the water, right? So we've got a noise in the air from Not Mera, here for donation, saying, hope you lot have a nice stream. I've got to go work now, so I use this as a placeholder for when I watch it on the second channel. Hello from the past? Hello in the future from the past. Jeez, on the second channel. You know what I'm trying to do. Butchered that joke. Not Mera, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate it. And thank you for the support. Sass9602 is here, gifting subs to peeps in the community. Lavrelli for 14 months and Bombs Away 007. You've been gifted some subs from Sass. So thank you ever so much, Sass, for supporting the community there. Appreciate you doing that. Both Bombs Away and Lavrelli in chat there saying thanks to Sass. Awesome, good to see. Chase Goon says, since the addition of Elytra, you can go into fly mode while in the water and take off. That is true. It's a little bit tricky to get into fly mode in water, but you can jump off the surface. Peeps are saying tea in capital letters. I'm drinking it. I'm drinking it. For some reason, it's not as nice as normal. It's a bit bitter. I don't know why. Hopefully, I didn't pick out the wrong tea bag without thinking about it. Okay, so I think we did it all correct. Just coming back over here, it really does. We made that a little bit higher. So that's the only thing to correct, and then we can move on to the next one. Laron says you left the tea bag in for too long. I don't think so. I only had about 3 minutes of brewing time, I think. I find actually when you leave the tea bag in for long, it helps the taste. There's two techniques for getting the taste down. There's the you know, why do I keep thinking of the word spinning? It's just stirring. That's the one. You stir in the flavour, right? If you give it a good stir and you keep stirring it for a minute solid, it's quite similar to letting it stand for a couple of minutes. So I like a mixture of both. I like a good stir and then let it stand for a bit. But sometimes maybe I'm overdoing it. So anyway, now what we get to do is build another one. So we're going to go 40 blocks. We've placed 2. Let's get 38 on the hotbar. And that's a good way just to do that. Oh, actually, what I was going to do was go all the... Yeah. Glad I remembered. We're going to go all the way to the point, actually. Oh, and this thing is too wide. So when we turn, I might make the design... Oh, no! It's too wide, peeps. My base is an odd width. What do I do? There is a huge dilemma for us to solve now. Do I change the design over? I might just change the design when we get to this corner. We could have it similar but different, you know. We could take Green's concept and just do maybe a skinnier version of it that's closer to the water. I'm really not sure now. That's kind of totally thrown me off my game. You know, I was here in a groove, I was ready to build, and now I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This ain't gonna work. We got another gifted sub. Sass9602 is gifting a sub to Gunsmoke3. Sass, thank you as always for supporting the community. Do appreciate that. And Gunsmoke, thanks for tuning in. You're now a subscriber. Oh, I'm doing a funny voice. Sort of sounds a bit like a Dalek? Garlic. We are the Garlics. Garlics, goodness me, a Dalek voice. Kilgore says, at the corner, narrow it to 1 block between. I could do, but then it might make it all look a bit funky in comparison. So, I mean, we can experiment with it, right? I think whatever we do, we're going to line it up with our base properly. So it going to a one-line thing is inevitable. I could do that further down the line and keep the exact same design. So if we're going to do the same design, I think it kind of makes sense to keep it the same until further down the line. You know, now I'm thinking about how I can disguise it further down the line. Oops, twice. And I don't want to fly over there and start talking about it because I'm low on rockets. Essentially, if we were to travel in line with that bit there, but we were, say, closer to Mumbo's base or further away, we could have the track shimmy in a little bit, and then when it turns the corner, we transition there to a different design, which I think is probably the smarter way to do this. So that means we can keep the setup that Green's got going on here pretty consistent. Apparently we've got a lot of peeps tuning in. Thank you everyone for tuning in this morning. Feel free to hit the follow button if you ain't done so already. I stream regularly here on the Twitch. Jay Lenrup is here resubscribing for 5 months in a row. Thank you so much for your continued support, buddy. I appreciate that tier 3 subscription right there. Thank you, I appreciate it. What about getting one rail over the other, just going through on 1 block wide? Oh, a 2-tiered one. I think at some point someone should build a line like that for fun, but right now I think it doesn't really suit what we're trying to achieve here. Okay, so we put the number in chat so we can remember. It was 152. And we are nowhere near that. And I think if we were to turn now, we would be too close to Mumbo's base. But that's cool. Let's get... I think we want to go about at least another 30-40 blocks here. There is something just loading over there on the corner. I think that's probably part of Scar's base. You could change the design closer to your base with geometrical shapes, says HCF. I actually don't want to do more of those shapes. I want to keep those shapes confined to that area. What I want to do is use some glass. I'm going to create a glass tunnel, like one that's got a roof. And it's going to go in a diagonal downward slope into the base, is the idea. And if I time it properly, it'll be so you can see the base on the way there. This is going to be a great a line. The HRN is about seeing things as well, and you know, you've got the station, the two amazing builds, and then off in this direction it will lead to mine, and we'll lead it in so you see the base as you dip underground. It's going to be really cool. Cleo says, what Doctor was your favourite? I've never been like massively into Doctor Who or anything. I just watched it when I was a kid, and I'd probably just pick a Doctor that I remember, you know. Like Forces Glass Tunnel, says Father of Apocalypse. Exactly like Forces. Forces is what I was thinking of when I was like, I think I want this to go underwater, and then I was thinking about what other peeps had done. We got Carlos C3UR here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Carlos, thank you ever so much for your support. I do appreciate it, and I hope that you're enjoying the stream today. Asuma, can you send my friend ProPugMC a shout out? He is too afraid to ask in this chat. Don't be afraid. It's just a little Twitch chat. Just say hello. I mean, I can't read every message. I might not catch it, but chat is here for anyone to come and participate and talk in. No need to be shy. We got... Oh, geez, we got a sub bomb here. Noises in the ear. Lone Ranger 419 here. Gifting the subs. Thank you so much, Lone Ranger. Brenzel, Duskbloom, Nickcap, Gavsky123 and Polim Inata 7. You are all now subscribers. Send your love hearts to Lone Ranger. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate your support in the community. And thank you all again. Demon in chat says, if your base is going to be the endpoint of the HRN, you could have a substation act as a loopback that pauses for a prior to returning in the opposite direction. Yeah. Funny you say that. I hadn't thought about the station that much, but yeah, you're right. It would be a loop where you pause. So, I'm gonna have to think about that when I build the station. I'll probably build it like that now. Good point. Okay, so I think we could turn here. I'm just wondering, is this gonna look silly or not? And are we a little bit too close to Mumbo's base? Should I actually go a little bit further away? If we just look at the distance there to there. This is probably further away, so I think now's a good time to turn, actually. Okay, so let's say our turning is here. Then we've got 1, we've got 2, and then the next line is here. So that's where the corner's going to go. And I wish I had more rockets with me. Maybe I'll just go buy some. Like, we're not far from the shopping area, right? What can I get for a couple of diamonds over there? Well, that'll do. Did I read it out? Kaboan has subscribed. Kaboan, thank you for subscribing, man. Appreciate the support. And I hope you enjoy the stream. Gunsmoke is maybe a curved track. I'm going to follow the principles of what Green's done over here. Also, I think that station there is probably going to get ditched. It doesn't make sense to have it because it's got no connections other than one, I think, at the moment. Unless we figure out reasons to add stuff. Like there's a skeleton farm under the water here. Maybe the HRN could take you down there, but it'd be kind of excessive tunnel building. There's something that I want to do here, and that is just count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 is the magic number. We're the only one on, so we're not spamming anyone else. The HRN is going to be great at the end of the season world tour, says Gyrex Tyrant. Oh, isn't it just? I am adoring this season of Hermitcraft. This feels just like the best thing we've ever done as a group. People ask you about your best seasons, and generally, I think you're always going to be fond of the one that you're playing because things don't particularly not go well. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. Okay, that is coming together. That's a nice choice of materials right there. Oh, and there's a bunch of redstone in the middle. That's cool. Okay. So we want to go up here. The sale is still on, apparently. We should probably take that down at some point. What is the price then? 1 diamond. I mean, it was a prank, but that's cool. I might as well just stock up a bit. Yeah, I'll leave those. Oh no, there's rotted flesh. I'll leave you some rotted flesh, Tango. Cool. There's a beacon shop here as well. Limited stock. 20 diamonds each. Buy 3 for 50. Alright, cool. Oh, and this shop is now mine, by the way, peeps. I asked Joe about decorating it because it's a bit of a square box. And then he just gave me it. So I want to look at this for a second because I need to, like, what am I going to do with this? I don't really want to change his shop. And I love the glass at the front. But I want to change the exteriors here. I'm thinking maybe like some sandstone gets extenuated. Some stairs, and then we can change up the shape of the roof. Maybe if we put something cool on the roof, right? Like a statue. That would be good as well. I also just want to get a feel for how tall the room is on the inside, because we've got this free tool bit here. I don't know about that. Okay, the inside's kind of like crazy. So, I'm not sure what we're going to be able to get away with there. Oh, do I... Okay, I go out this way. Kind of looks to me like we'll be able to make a bit of a modification. Anyway, that's like something we're going to be working on. This probably needs some torches, and I don't have any on me. And I need my end rods. Is there a shop that sells end rods? While we're here. Peeps, does anyone know in chat if there is a shop that sells end rods? Mumbo! In the mall! Mumbo in the mall! Mumbo in the mall. Sounds like it could be a song, right? Mumbo in the mall. He's looking for things. I don't know, it'd be like Mumbo to look for a shop, stand next to it and not find it. He's looking for a shop that he's standing in, but he can't find it. I don't know. Where is it? You got to navigate me, peeps. Turn left, turn right, press forward, spacebar. Jump about. Jump around. Jump up and get down. Right. These are Stress's shops. That's mine. That's my reserved one that I still haven't built a shop for. Okay, we didn't really look upwards in this corner. So, end loot will probably have what we're looking for. I don't know if that's Mumbo's shop or not, but I think we're going to head to end loot. Ugh, there we go. Oh, it's a beautiful shop. Oh, it's a beautiful shop. This is literally the loot from the end, by the looks of it. This is Python's shop, right? Oh, we should have come here the other day to pick up some enchanting stuff. So we've checked everything but this. Ah, what's this? Whole lot of rods. Excellent. This totally needs, this right here totally needs some banners hanging off of it. I'm telling you now. That's a bunch of stuff. 1 diamond, 3 stacks. Brilliant. Iskow. 1,000 diamonds for 1 stack. Oh, it's sold out. It's sold out, peeps. Okay, apparently TFC is selling out rods. Right, and where's TFC's shop? I'm pretty sure TFC's won't be down here. Let's eat some food. Look at the little fishy, peeps. Look at the cute and adorable little fishy. Hello, sir. Okay, that's the wrong one. Let's go this way. Apparently it's next to iLoot. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. I didn't think TFC had another shop, just the one. Oh, my belly is rumbling. I got some... I treated myself to some naughty cereal. I have... The last week or so, I've been eating a bit naughty here and there. I think you just go through phases. And I got it under control. I'm not like binging on chocolate or anything. But I brought myself some definitely, obviously sugary breakfast. Usually I have like muesli or porridge oats. And if I want a little bit of sweetness, I put in a little bit of fresh honey or some fruit. But anyway, I got myself this peanut and honey flavoured breakfast. It looks sort of like granola oats, but it's more like a crisp thing. 4 stacks for 1 diamond. Wait, why does Iscal have a crazy price as well? Iscal Sendra, 27 stacks for 1 diamond. Dude, I gotta send that. I gotta send that to. I'm sending that to Iscal. I'm taking a screenshot right now. I'm loading up Discord. What is up with that? Oh, there's not 27 stacks here though, but that's kind of hilarious if you ask me. So what was it? 4 for 1. Now, I ain't got 4 stacks to throw away or a shulker box. Yikes. I do have access to an end chest. 14, excellent. Resourceful, Asuma. I'm using my noggin. Yo thought I was a derp. Yo, hold on, wrong. Have faith in thee. Okay, there we go. That'll do. And I can carry that back with me and sort that out when we're back. Sweet. Good little bit of shopping. Send that to Mumbo, says Nevo. I'm going to send it to Iscal. Oh, and Nembomb's dropped me... Oh, right, I want that. Yeah, okay, we were going to do... Okay, now I'm downloading files. Jeez. I'm sorry, peeps. Let's check our surroundings. No zombies. I shouldn't have opened Discord, basically. So, something else I wanted to do in this live stream was prep a schematic. Maybe I could show you how it's done, although I still can't seem to remember fully how to do it myself. Nembom has sent me one. And now we're talking about electronic cars. Goodness me, I'll have to get back to Nembom later. I'm going to minimise Discord now. We're streaming, I can't get distracted. We also got a noise in the ear that I missed 6 minutes ago. Senior Salmon is here, subscribe. This is, oh, that's actually a creeper. I thought it was a creeper head. This is nice. Like, just seeing it from the different angles. It's good. I think the only downside to it is maybe its proximity to the mall. But then again, like, you could... Nah, that's great. From most of the angles walking around here, that fits in really well. Oh, I do love this game. And the community we have here, all building stuff together. It's wonderful. Tail is here subscribing with Amazon Prime. Tail, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the stream. Yeah, I don't know how taller that is going to get, but it could certainly probably go quite tall. Quite tall. There we go. Nick says music is loud. It's just a louder song. Did I read it out loud? Tail. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just said that. Thank you so much for your subscription. I appreciate it. Who's building that station, says UGM Trash. Pretty sure it's Iscal. It had the Iscal redstone at the bottom, right? I don't know if you watched his video, or was it Ren's video, but they that was Iscal's work, I'm pretty sure. Why you no load? I've noticed this, right? When you're flying with an elytra over the ocean, it has trouble loading the chunks in and around the ocean until you land. The second you land, they all seem to appear. And that I would classify as an obvious bug, because it's quite consistent behaviour. It's consistently odd. I guess this is going to like act as our backpack for a while, because I'm going to have too many rockets. And no, wait, I've got everything I need in my inventory now. Okay, excellent. And we've got a noise in the ear as well. I guess I'm not going to use that many, so we'll chuck those away. That can go over here. Let's get a little bit organised. That one's probably not going to get used again. Light sources are probably not going to need to be left. Well, actually, got to pack everything away eventually. All right, let's leave it alone. Distracting myself. We got Zargon645 here doing cheers for throwing bits, saying I almost never get to see you live living in the US. Loving the stream. Glad you're enjoying it, man. Welcome to the stream. For anyone who wants to catch me live, weekdays it's usually in the evening, roughly about 10 hours from now. On the weekends I stream pretty early in the morning. Can you show us our base, says Dave. My base, we'll see it in a little while, I think. We will do base work today as well. We're going to do HRN work and base work. Those are the two plans. So, we know roughly... We just want the rough distance. I'm not going to fuss about getting this exact now, okay? So when I go in this direction, the number goes up. We start on 14. Actually, we start on 13, technically. So we're going to go all the way to where this ends. I'm playing a little game of chicken here as well. I'm going to hold down forward, and we might fall off. I know roughly where it ends, though, but I'm anticipating where we fall off. Here we go. Oh, it's tense. Oh, I didn't fall off. That was. I thought I might fall into what. That was actually really easy. So we went from 13 to 35. So that's 100 and let's call it 120 blocks. So if we go 40, actually what we got to do is go backwards first. I just remembered we need a gap of 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It was the inside that we counted. So then there'd be the redstone block. Not sure if I'm getting that exact or not. Let's go and drop down here. Oh, this is going to take a bit. And build up our first pillar. Then we'll do the counting thing again, because basically I did that in the wrong order, right? I did it in the wrong order. Oh wait, let's get our bubbles back up. Gary Cooper is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Gary Cooper, thank you so much for your Prime subscription. I appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying the stream we're doing here today. I'm certainly enjoying it. I've been really enjoying streaming. I always enjoy streaming. Pixie Druid is here, saying, did you hear, with the cheers, the noises in the ear, the bits, I'm getting bits thrown at me, peeps, saying, did you hear, SpaceX just launched Dragon 2, the first fully commercial, human-rated spacecraft is in space on its way to the International Space Station. So, by fully commercial, you mean you can buy a ticket to go on it. If you saw my stream yesterday, I feel like I don't need to get into this today, but if you saw my stream yesterday, you might understand why I'm not massively excited about that. But I mean, in terms of the technological side of things, rockets going into space, all of that's amazing. Like that we can do that, how it works. I'm also interested in the commercial aspect of it, though. Yeah, like I wasn't so keen on the whole launching a car into space thing. That's just another sign of like how we have to gimmick things. To me, like it's a gimmick. Anyway, let's not get into that. I just feel like we don't need to get into that today. Thank you so much for the cheers and the bits. I appreciate it. Ethelion says it's here even resubscribing for 47 months in a row. What was that crazy noise in our ear? That was an emerald face. Emerald face. Just a wild Aphelion passing by. Thank you so much for your continued support, buddy. Over 3 years there. Incredible. Also, Skeptic Mystic 23 is resubscribing for 3 months. Thank you again, everyone, for the wonderful support. Aphelion says I'm green now. Correction, you're emerald now. Okay, emerald is green, though, so I'll shut up. 47, that's nearly 4 years. Mad, says Glyphinx. When is 4? 48? Oh, my goodness me. Yeah, we don't have a 4-year face, though. We've got a 5-year face. Maybe I should add in. What would a 4-year face be? I could do like a red for redstone. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we might be overdoing it once we add too many colours, right? Okay, anyway. Back to the... I'm starting thinking about what numbers I can make in it. Crimson! Isn't crimson a red one? Okay, so that would actually need to be there. That's all I need to do, really, is just get that in, and then it's like, aha, I know what I'm doing. Or so I say. Or so I say. Okay, so over here... No? There is a block below. Why couldn't I see that? Why could I not see it? He's using middle click! He's using middle click! We've taught him something! Do you know what I can do here? I'll just break that. Sweet. I'm breaking stuff. We need our quartz slabs. Oh yeah, there we go. We got... No, I read that one out, didn't we? Yeah, I read that. I'm up to date with my noises in here. Let's see what's happening in chat. Hey, I built the Shoka loader thing you were trying to design the other day. Is there a way I can get it to you? Twitter, although Nembomb sent me a video. I didn't get to watch it properly. I just got to quickly flick through it. Oh, jeez! That's not what I wanted to do. And man, so brilliant. You could put... Right, so we were talking about the... Oh, okay, I think this is a bug that when you're bobbing up and down in the water, sometimes the ender pearl will be thrown from lower than where you are. Don't know if you really saw that. It's kind of the thing that happens fast in front of you. Anyway, Nembomb sent me like flying machines, 2 of them. We talked about one. We talked about using piston extensions, and then what's even better than that is flying machines. So you can use flying machines to get rid of the shulkers from your wall of shulkers. But what he used was flying machines with observers to power them. I only had like a little moment to look at the video. I didn't quite see how he got all the shulkers into the dispensers, but it's certainly a cool contraption. At the moment it kind of looks like a bit over-engineered for how I would use it. Like, I was thinking you've got a chest and then you press the button and boom, 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 there go the shulker boxes. It's probably going to be a little bit slow because they have to move through hoppers and stuff. But when making contraptions like that, I think you gotta get the balance right. You could have a massive, crazy contraption to do something kind of remarkable, but you got to think as well about how you're using it, and you kind of want to use it casually. Like, you just want to press the button, you want the shulker boxes to appear, press the button, they go away. That's kind of what I was thinking of. But anyway, I'll look into it further. It looks really interesting. The Enderfell thing sucks when you are playing golf, says UGM Trash. Oh, yes, it does. Oh, yes, it does. Pyroburnium is here. Resubscribed for 9 months. That's a Twitch baby saying, more noises for you, more emotes for me. Awesome, dude. Thank you so much for the support. I wonder if we're ever going to get closer to the next... We've gotten a little bit closer. The problem is we're kind of at like a kind of steady size. Like, we've been pretty much the same size for quite a long, probably about a year. Although I think with some of the changes, things like sub bombs, that kind of like pushed us up to a little bit of a newer level. But for a while now, we have been like a pretty consistent channel size, and the next goal is about... Let me think for a second. Do a little bit of math in my brain. That's never a good thing. That'll tax the poor thing. Let me just think. I'd say it's probably about between 40 and 30% of the size already to get to the next level. So I don't think that's going to happen unless like there's some sort of growth spurt on YouTube, and then more people come over from there. Or for some reason that happens here on Twitch. I've never really seen much growth just from, like, organic growth just from Twitch, but I'm pretty sure there's like a fair amount of people that find me through this as well. It's just harder to determine those numbers, I guess. So anyway, what I was getting at is I don't think we're going to unlock any new emotes anytime soon. X, do you still use your Optifine after you showing it in decreasing your FPS? I don't. I stopped using it. And fun fact for you. Actually, no, I'm not going to tell you this fun fact because I'm going to do an experiment. Yeah, I don't want to tell you what it is. I'll tell you another time, though. I'll tell you another time. Hey, X. Hey, guys, what's he been doing, says Red Lead. We've been working on what you see right here. This is all we've done so far this stream. And I would say it's some pretty good progress, actually. So I reckon we might end up putting just one in the middle. Or maybe that's a bit too far apart. Oh, my belly is rumbling. It wants my breakfast. Okay, that's not where it goes. It wants my breakfast. I got some sausages from the butcher's. I'm going to have some sausages cooked with paprika again today. And I got a big bag of spinach I might just have with it. do enjoy cooking. I do enjoy cooking, peeps. And then we got those. X, how's the new computer working out, says Kevin. It's working out great. It really is. Although I do think I might overclock the CPU to get more juice out of it. But I kind of and ah about that because overclocking will decrease its lifespan, that's for sure. Alright, hang on. This is the thing that we need to count. I think what we've got to do is put 2 in the middle here, but we'll do the number thing. So we're at 121. Optifine enables multi-threading on the 9900K, which is better than single-threaded performance. Optifine is not going to make it useful. Are you saying... Oh! Wow. Wow! Oh my goodness me. Jeez! Jeez Louise! No! No, Mr. Skeleton! No, don't do this to me. Peeps, have I ever told you how much I don't like dying in this game? Also, what is up with this start island? Like, why are there not basic torches down? Come on. Oh! Getting my butt... No! No! Ugh! Please don't kill X. Whew. Whew. There's a ladder, thank goodness. Oh, jeez. That just stifled us a little bit. I didn't see that coming. Let's put it that way. At least all your stuff floats on water now, says Groot. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? So we've got to grab some rockets at my base. Grab a little bit of armor. Grab some food. I think it'll be alright. You really need to take care of the spawn island, says Salamander. I agree. I've actually messaged Scar about doing something together over there. There's your next stream. Fix the Star Island. I could certainly make that more hospitable, couldn't I? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Like, I'm gonna literally put that on my notes. Yeah, next Hermitcraft stream we do might be a couple away. Probably won't stream tomorrow. I'm going to focus on video making. Then Monday we'll probably do a stream, and Tuesday. So I reckon it's going to be LPMT and Parkitect next. So it might be a while before I'm back on Hermitcraft. Maybe something like Thursday. Since the 9900K has good single-threaded performance and Minecraft runs on single-threaded performance, Optifine changes that, and that's why it's not useful on your particular CPU. Yes, that's what I was thinking when I was reading your message. Like, I was thinking, oh, I brought this for its single-threaded performance, so it's not as good as multi-threaded performance. Well, I sort of made the right decision, but I didn't think about relying on Optifine. But then again, don't really want to rely on Optifine. Right, somewhere in here we'll have an elytra. Do I see one here? I do. Okay, I'm going to just leave that there, really. And then I think I'll just take a single one of these. Wait, which one's got blast protection on? Well, it doesn't matter. Just in case I take a little bit of... That's a strange place to put a chest plate. A little bit of damage. So now we just need a little bit of food. And some rockets to get there. Why did I pick out... Peeps! Why did I pick out a chest plate? What is wrong with my little noggin? Goodness me. Goodness me. Let's actually take something from here. Yeah, let's take those two. Right, we might have to fend off some things as well. I think we'll be alright with that. Goodness me. Goodness me. We got a noise in the ear from Amberlyn X3 subscribing. Amberlyn, thank you so much for your subscription. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the stream. Someone's saying eye break. We'll take an eye break in a little bit. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to do. Sleep in a bed first before we go load up that area. Sleep in a bed. Do I have a bed? In my backpack. It's not here. That's concrete. It's the wrong thing. Where do I keep my walls? In the ender chest. And then some wood over here. Right, here we go. Make a bed. There it is. Why not play modded and vanilla, says Untitled. I find playing 2 Minecrafts is always just overwhelming. Just stick to one. Why do you die box from Grian, says Tentacle. I don't need to, really. I didn't lose all my gear. My gear's there, right? So I should just go and get my gear as opposed to buying something I don't need. Please, come on. There we go. Oh, it's infuriating. Let's do it. 135790 is here resubscribing, saying, I love your videos and streams. Keep it going. Thank you, man. I'm glad you enjoy them. Thank you for your support. I appreciate your 3 months. Right, so we died there. And where are all the items? And where are the rest of them? They're floating up. Now it's time for F3 and B. Oh, goodness me, it's all spread out. But I can see it all. Uh-oh, there's drowns in the area. Up we go. Up we go, up we go, up we go, up we go. Right, now did I get my sword? I did. That's good. Pick. Golden carrots. Nice. So shovel and pearls. Are these things over here are mine? Apparently I've got 2 bows on me still. Okay, then I see stuff all the way over there. That looks like my axe of slaying. Okay, most of the stuff is on the surface now. Elytra, excellent, excellent. We want those boots. Okay, I'm pretty much seeing most of the stuff here, so I think we're going to be okay. And there's my leggings, and there's some rockets. Okay, they're dead. Right, and I think that's everything, peeps. So let's sort out our inventory. We had these boots, we had those leggings, we had that helmet, good. The elytra. Then I've got my bow of amazingness down here. Usually I have the silk touch there, right? Excellent. Yeah, back to normal. Oh, and now I'm drowning, which is not normal. Okay, so we were counting before we were rudely interrupted. We need an ender pearl around. Actually, I think a rocket probably. There we go, more suitable. Okay, let's go figure this one out. Let's go figure this one out. So where are we starting here? 1-4. I should have remembered that. 1014. I didn't need to run all the way back again. Goodness me. Goodness me. Okay, so 1014. So that would be about 100 blocks. So we're looking at about 107 blocks. So if we wanted 40 between each one, we'd go 40, build one, 40, build one, build one. So that's like 120. So it's less than 40. I'm gonna do a little bit of. I'm gonna get out a notepad and write this down to make it easier for me. So what did we count? 117. No, it started at 1014. So it's. That's 100. 107, not 170. What am I writing down? So 2 stations takes away 8. That leaves us with 99 blocks. We've got to divide 99 into 3 sections. That's 33 for each section. So we should go across by 33 blocks, build one, then another 33 and build one. That Jared says, oh my god, I'm really tempted to buy C4 118's discography right now. I would recommend listening to some of the earlier stuff and see if it's to your liking. Like, you can listen to it on Bandcamp, so listen to it first. And then... Well, actually, I'm going to recommend two things here. Like, the Be Smart With Money side of my brain is saying, like, you know, sometimes they offer you massive discounts on discographies, but it may actually only be a handful of records that you want to listen to. Then again, you can support the artist just by buying it all at once. Okay, that's 20. That's 25. 30, 1, 2, 3. That block there we need to replace with that. And then that one. So once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15. 20. 25. 30. 33. So that one there gets replaced. Okay, we'll do a count even though we kind of don't need to. $15, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. I think that's great then. So we've got 2 stations, everything's evenly spread out. Wonderful. Cheeseboard says, what are you building? We are building the Hermitcraft rail right now. Down we go. Right, and I think the best way to do this is just go down and straight back up doing one at a time. Toxic, welcome to the stream, buddy. Also got I Love Cats in chat. Welcome, cats. Hope you're having a good morning. We're having a good morning. We got blown up though. Ugh. Are you going to build your base too on this stream, says Marloon. Yes, that is the plan. To work on the rail, then work on the base. What is the objective of this world, if I might ask? To have an amazing fun time together and build amazing Minecraft things. Why don't you have a respiration-free helm, says Shade Grey. Dunno. Does that even work anymore? They changed all the stuff for the ocean and I can't even remember what stuff does. Played this game for so long, used to be an expert, now I just can't remember. X, have you ever done a face reveal, says Tron? Yeah. On my second channel, just go look it up. Okay, right, I always get that the wrong way around. I never seem to just judge that and be like, there it is. Okay, over here. X, don't worry, you're still an expert. I don't think I am. My memory isn't good enough. After playing this game for a few years, everything becomes a blur. We need glass to go in the middle, don't we? And I think I might have enough for like one more. Yeah, one more. What do you know? This does not take long to build. And it looks good as well. X, I think you need another block before you put the slabs. Now the slabs are at that height. I've been thinking this all morning, but it's such a great use of the end rods there, says Jeron Bear. I agree. It helps tie the structure together, and it also provides light. It also provides the light. Hey X, how did we get here? Is the hardest advancement. Okay. If you say so. My Mountain Fell says, honestly, after you have respiration free, you'll never want to go back. It used to be like that. Didn't they change everything with the aquatic update? I know I must have stayed up too late here in America, is now streaming. Should I get out of bed? I don't know. Oh, we're out of the concrete. Wow. I want to fly! I want to fly, cruel computer game. Right. The things I have to do to fly, peeps. Megaton says, X, I don't really know what it was, but a while ago you put up a video on your channel of a server of a whole bunch of skyscrapers. What is it called and what happened to it? It's Let's Play Minecraft together. It's still there. We literally just had our anniversary stream the other day. We toured the server. It's on my second channel. Go check it out. LPMT. Let's Play Minecraft together. And if you want to play on the server, you can visit assumeavoid.com, and on the right hand side of your screen, look for the Get Whitelisted and click on that. That tells you all about it. We're going to stream on there next, I think, or Parkitect. Because it's Monday, I'll probably do LPMT, as Monday usually more people are about. And they'll probably be more interested in LPMT than the other one, so that's what we'll do. Assumer, I believe I can fly. Server, no! Says not a nom. Yeah, pretty much. That's how it went down. Nako Shop, welcome back to another stream. Okay, I always do it wrong, don't I? Yep, I always do it wrong. It's just the tradition, it's how I build it. I get to that point where I'm in an R and I do it wrong. Yeah, that's right, that's right. Alrighty. That, my friends, is the last of our work on the HRN. We need some more red glass, but that's fine. I think that's all we'll do for today. That's a really good start. What do you think of Hightail, says Leon? I think it's going to be an interesting game. I got a feeling it's probably not going to appeal to the technical side, like all of what we're doing here. I really think it's more of an adventure and build kind of game. We actually haven't seen any of the blocks yet. Like, we've not really been shown the block palette of the game, which I think will be an interesting part of its unraveling, I guess you could say. Unravel. Right. No, don't throw that one around. Yeah, we brought all of this stuff. Right, so sand can go back in. Quartz can go back in. So can lights. So can glass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Redstone. Yep, we sorted that one out. This right here is my backpack. So I'm going to put in that and some of these. Some of these, some of those. Sweet. Organisation, peeps. Organisation is what you need. We got a noise in the ear from Todd M, who's subscribing for 10 months. Todd M, thank you so much for your 10 months of support. I appreciate it. We also got Fillions64 subscribing with Amazon Prime. Fillions, thank you ever so much for your subscription. I appreciate it. Off we go. Surprise Tolba says, Hightail project lead said that they will have something for farm builders. There was a 1 hour long interview. Oh, where is that interview? I'd like to see that. Here's the base, peeps. Isn't it incredible? Ow! Oh, jeez. Let's get in here. Sound effects. Elytra sound effects. Cuplex says, X, you still need some ideas on that redstone thing in the last stream. I built something similar on the LPMT server with one wide tileable shulker box thing. That's cool. Nembomb sent me a design where you can have a wall of it. Really clever. Okay, so which bow is for the fight then? This one is, I think. Let's rename these. I do have XP. Where's my anvil? It's not here. Anvil I have if not if. I have if not if, peeps. Now, oh, there we go. I have if now if. We did this yesterday. What is this? What is this nonsense? Oh, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Okay, I don't have the XP. I don't have the XP. Leave me alone. Right. Hashtag not a derp. Okay. Let's go, yeah, put that one in there for now. This goes back in there. Sweet. That one I'll just leave over here. We're not using that now. That's for the other project. And now we need some particular blocks, which I will have lying around in particular places. Also, let's stock up our rockets. Bam. Okay. Peeps are calling me a derp. Some peeps are saying it's not a derp. Do you know what? Did we go the whole stream yesterday without derping? I'd like to go a whole stream without derping. Some people say it's impossible. I disagree. I think it's possible. There's more of these, isn't there? There we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I think that's probably enough to get going. I thought there was another one. Ah, here it is. Yeah, here's the one with all the slabs in. And then we want to have... Oh, I need some sea lanterns as well. I'm probably overdoing this. I'm trying to get like an equal balance. I think that'll do for now. We'll take one of these with us, and we'll take sea lanterns, because we might end up needing a few. Also, I've still got some end rods in my inventory. Oh, speaking of which, put them in there. Right, excellent, wonderful, well done. Let's go outside. Outside, inside even, outside of here. Tekado has subscribed. Tekado, thank you ever so much for subscribing. Appreciate using the Prime on me. Thank you for that. How about we do some plugs, peeps? What plug should we do today? Oh, that's right. I've got a Discord server. Discord.gg/Asuma. If you'd like to join, you're more than welcome to. You can head over there and check it out. What else could I plug? I think that's all. I can't be bothered. Oh, lazy. Lazy. Jimmy says, whoa, X has a Discord. Jared says Plot World. I also got a Minecraft server, play.asumaboy.com, 1.12.2, free to play on, play with your friends. It's a plot world, get some plots, build some stuff together, it's amazing. Bam. Okay, I did the plugs. Also, I think I now have to go to black screen. Everyone's favourite, most exciting part of the live stream. Oh, it's so thrilling and entertaining. Cilantro says, now I have something to do while I watch the dishes. Well, I guess you're probably not looking at the black screen, but yeah. I mean, it's a thing. It's a thing, right? Let's log back in. And we're back, peeps. And we're back. Father of Apocalypse says eye break time. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to look away from the screen. That is right. The streamer is telling you not to watch. You're thinking, what is going on? I'll go check my email. I'll look in another tab. No! Do not look at your smartphone either. It's time to look away from the bright light shining into your eye. This is the part of the stream that everyone tunes in for, where I tell them to look away, okay? Stop looking at the screens, the bright lights, the doctors. The doctors are saying, okay, they're saying, stop looking at the bright lights. Anyway, geez, I don't know. We've done so many of these, they've become ridiculous. Peeps, this is an opportunity to open a window, get some fresh air, to drink some water and replenish your fluids, and also look away from the screens, because apparently staring at them for ages and not blinking is bad for your eyes. Who would have known? Who would have known? Take a little bit of a break. Those doctors, they say 5 minutes every hour. I say, don't you know I'm streaming, Doc? We got to get back to it. Okay, we're getting back to it, peeps. Stop looking away. I don't care about your eyes anymore. Watch the stream. Jeez. Rude. Okay, let's... What's going on? Ah, okay. It wasn't on. Should we try and get like the whole wall done? I'm just gonna go over here and try and get the whole wall done, and we'll switch gears, ladies and gentlemen, into deep talk or whatever you want to call it. Peeps, hit me up with questions or whatever related to yesterday. I'll start you off, actually. I'll start you off, because I had a dream last night. It's a little bit foggy now, actually. I wish I could have spoken about it straight away. But, right. Yeah, you're gonna understand the inner workings of X's mind. Disclaimer alert, you know, weirdness ahead. So, there are several phases to this dream. It's one of those ones where it kind of evolves and goes all over the place and doesn't really make much sense. But anyway, I was in this house, and I was with strangers. I have no idea who any of these random people in my brain were, but there were a bunch of kids, and then there were a bunch of adults who were looking after them. And the adults were highly suspect. I don't know why, but I didn't trust any of them, and so I was trying to make sure that all the kids were being looked after properly. And in order to do that, I had to look after one kid, and he was listening to music, and the music was like some sort of weird nostalgic rap metal that I'd never heard before. It was like imagine if rap metal happened in the 80s, and I was telling this kid all about Limp Bizkit and nu metal, and it was just such a weird thing to dream. And I remember holding this CD that was like a No Limit Records disc, yet it was like some rap metal group, and that's just my mind. I just sort of invented some sort of genre of music I would like to listen to. 80s rap metal. I don't know. It was even like playing. It was just like bits of 80s style rapping with like 80s metal, as opposed to like, you know, the rap metal we heard in the 90s. It's just such a weird thing to dream. I like invented a genre. Or pre-invented a genre. Badger says, learning about X's psyche one dream at a time. So clearly that dream is about probably being musically obsessed and somehow managing to invent different strands of music in my dream. Probably not the first time I've done something like that. Now earlier in the dream, what was I doing? I was with people that I knew, lots of different people from my life, like in the dream. And we were sort of doing missions or going around, and we might have had uniforms, so we were doing important stuff, and we were getting in vehicles and driving from one place to the other. And what I remember most specifically from the barrage of different details, there were a lot of details going on, was that I had some food somewhere that I wanted to eat, and I was desperately trying to get out of these missions. And I remember the dessert was like some sort of caramel frothy drink thing. Anyway, I really wanted to go and have this food, and I was thinking about heating it up, but like you do in dreams sometimes, you're trying to go somewhere and you never get there, and you've got this just annoying frustration of like things getting in your way. And it was just like that. I just had some food that I wanted to go eat, and I couldn't get there, and I was always on these little missions. Oh, so strange. Anyway, peeps, time for you to ask a question, right? Hashtag ask a streamer. I don't know. Jared says, all those kids you have seen once in your life, your brain can't make up faces for dreams. I would like to know what is behind that. I feel like I've heard that anecdote before. I mean, yes, maybe they were, but like in terms of like when you know a person, like it's more than just like this is what they look like. There's like personality. Everyone's probably dreamt of, oh, I was in this place, but it was sort of that place, or you were you, but you weren't. Like it was, but these weren't people that I knew in the slightest. They were sort of like completely alien characters to me, right? No resemblance. They were just different, and I don't really remember their faces or anything. Maybe they had faces at the time, and maybe those faces were ones that I'd seen, but yeah. Anyway, I asked her a question and I started waffling. Hey X, here is a question? Question mark says Gundro. That's a confusing one. Just reading through. Everything is a hallucination caused by breathing oxygen. And that's why when we stop breathing, everything goes dark and black. Well, I wouldn't use the term hallucination. Every existence is fueled by oxygen, I guess. Hey X, what's the most memorable moment you've had while playing Minecraft? Episode 299, Professional Minecrafters of Hermitcraft. Without a doubt, the stupidest thing, the most amazing thing as well that Hermitcraft has ever done. I had a dream where a giant rabbit wanted to eat and my mum couldn't open the door because she wanted to find her meds. She was sick at the time. Simple but nightmarish dream. Can understand that. Yeah, sounds pretty scary. X, do you think you'll play Doom Eternal on the second channel? I will. I was actually like wanting to play it the other day. I was like, when is this coming out? And I looked it up, and I don't think it even has a release date. Thinking about your whole you can't make up faces thing, how can your brain remember the details of some random face you've probably only once seen, but it can't make a new one? Well, I think maybe what it is that you can't, like, nothing is original, right? Nothing is unique. So you can't, like, we could all probably use our noggin and imagine a face, but it would be built out of all the other faces we've ever seen. You can't really imagine something truly unique because it all has to be built out of something else. So if you're like, well, hang on a minute, like, I'm thinking of some in-space weird crazy structure, but it's like, well, a structure is a concept in your mind because you've seen structures. Space is a place, like, everything's got to draw from something else, right? So, like, if you ask someone to imagine a new colour, that is like, how can you do that? You've only seen a certain range of colours. So, that's like a thing that you can't do? I mean, can you imagine a new colour? I don't think so. I don't think that's like a limitation of the brain right there. But anyway, when it comes to this faces antidote, maybe it's like the fact that in order for you to create a face in your dream, you would have to have seen a face, right? So if you grew up and you never saw a face, how do you dream of a face? You don't know what it looks like. So it could be more about the fact that if you're dreaming of faces, they're going to be based on all the faces that you've seen. So let's say you grow up in, I was going to say Asia, because in the Asian regions there's facial features that are quite distinctive, but I mean you could just say anywhere really. Like the difference isn't what's different from the norm for me. It's what is just different. So wherever you are, imagine your type of face based on your race and the distinctions it has, and then imagine that you've never been exposed to any other type of race other than your own, and those other facial differences aren't known to you. You're not going to dream of them. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to be able to dream that. Oh, I'm using the wrong block. I noticed that I can't recall faces clearly. As in, I can see a face in my mind, but I can still recognize people's faces when I see them. With faces, I see age in faces. It's really like vivid to me when I look at people, is that I feel like I also can see how they would look when they were younger and older. I think that's just something you maybe develop with age and time, because it certainly wasn't something I noticed when I was younger. But just as the years go by, faces just like, the similarities build up and the distinctions build up the more faces you see. And I feel like you can also tell like what people eat and how they live from looking at their face. Like the quality of someone's skin, bags under the eyes, wrinkles at like what particular age they are can tell you a lot. Like a face gets worn out from smoking is something that's really obvious. If you know people that smoke and have smoked for, let's say, 15 to 20 years, and you know other people of a similar age who haven't smoked, you'll probably notice the more aged faces are the ones of people who have smoked. Fabian says that's a known condition. Some people can't recognise faces, especially for purposeful comparing certain features consciously, it's actually kind of surprising if you think about it, that most people can do it instantly. It's incredible what the brain can do, right? X, what does your face look like? Respawn79 is here, resubscribing for 7 months in a row. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate your resubscription. Hope you are enjoying the stream and the discussion. I mean, the brain is capable of so much, right? It's an incredible thing that we have. But yeah, speaking of ages in faces and diet and stuff, like, if you eat junk food all the time, like, your skin doesn't get the nutrients, the nourishment. You can kind of pick that up on people. Like, skin gets a bit more pasty and blotchy. What other things? I haven't really thought about this before, but like, I'm just gonna know it, and now I'm sort of expressing it. But yeah, you can see it. Smoking's the big one anyway. If you smoke, like, you are gonna, everyone who smokes probably knows how bad it is for your health, but also, like, visually it's really obvious. Explorange is a new colour. There we go. Computer's facial recognition is getting rather good now, says Recoded Zaphov. It's incredibly good. Yeah, Facebook can, like, recognize. You see, the thing is, when we compare it to human recognition of faces, there's probably a lot of flaws in that, because computers are using entirely different methodology to recognize faces, and that methodology is not particularly known because the algorithms kind of build themselves, don't they? Like, there's all these algorithms operating in the world, but the problem is they've built themselves. We don't actually know how to describe how they work because they build themselves. It's crazy, the AI and the all of that, right? But what's really like annoys me about things like Facebook and how they use this technology, how the tech companies are just not regulated. We're heading into this new age where data and information is becoming, like, powerful. It's going to be like a new currency almost. It's an economy of, like, the value of data, because it's so valuable to advertising. But if you don't use Facebook like me, I mean, I have a personal Facebook for keeping in touch with people, but if you're not a Facebook user, if anyone has ever uploaded a profile picture, just a picture with you in it, you will have a ghost profile on their website, because they can put together the music stopped, hasn't it? Oh, that's the wrong type. They can detect the faces, right? So it doesn't require anyone to tag your face and say, who is this person? All it requires is for your image to be in there, and then it identifies it as a unique face, and once it starts finding other pictures of you that have been uploaded, so let's say you go to a party, someone takes a picture, they put it on Facebook, you've probably got, like, a ghost profile on there, and Facebook may know information about, like, what things you have attended, and it links this information together. I watched some of the things where Zuckerberg and the other Facebook people went in front of the Congress or court or whatever it's called in America, and like, having learned and know some stuff about how their technology works, they really did not get asked the right questions, and they were able to kind of lie in a way about stuff based on how those questions were asked, because they weren't specific enough. So if any of you watched that, like, you'll probably understand what I'm getting at now. Like, if you've never been onto Facebook and you've had a picture taken by people that use it, there's a chance that you've got a profile on there that's got all kinds of metadata, like, you know, where you've been on what occasions, and that's just kind of crazy that they can do that without your consent, you know. Never record during the night, says iLoveCats. Or stream. Never stream during the... You're a bad stream if you stream at night time. Jeez, look. Can't see anything. Discord X, says Striker. I don't know much about Discord's technology and what it does. I was told, though, it has a very good privacy policy, but I tried to read that stuff and it kind of looked bad. So I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, right? I wonder if Facebook recommends you stuff. Oh, that one scrolled off the screen. Why did I look to the top? Filian says, technically we did consent through use and the privacy policies. No, not at all. If you've never used Facebook, you have not consented. You can't pre-consent for something without looking at it just because it has a privacy policy. You have to agree to that privacy policy. Remember, I'm talking about shadow profiling here. People that don't use it are on it if they've ever been photographed. Facial recognition can link together, you know, if you go to 10 different parties from 10 different Facebook users who are going to upload 10 different pictures, it's going to facially recognize, link you together, and now you've got a ghost profile of this person who has this face is at these locations on these dates. Okay, they start getting information together about you. When you log on for the first time and upload your profile picture, it might already know how to advertise to you. Like, you like parties, let's advertise some this and that or whatever. Facebook suggests me a fake account to me that use my sister's picture and instantly report it. That's also one advantage of the facial recognition, maybe. Yeah, of course, there is like advantages to this technology, but you know, everything's got different measures of what it is. It's just I'm looking specifically at this, like, what I think is negative aspect of it. I don't really like Facebook at all. I don't like the way people use Facebook to communicate their lives. I always feel very intrusive if I'm looking at Facebook and going through the wall. I don't like the experience. Like, it just unsettles me that I'm learning about people's lives. It makes me feel like a peeping Tom or something, right? Like, I would rather you tell me when we're face to face what's been going on, as opposed from learning to it on the wall. And the other thing about it is, like, I think some people are really comfortable with that, and they will socialize, communicate around this kind of, I know about you through your Facebook post, and that just doesn't work for me. I don't like that at all. I don't know if, oh, that's an actual creeper. So how have you spawned there? Because that's all supposed to be slavage, I believe. We'll get to that at some point during the space. We'll figure out all the spawning stuff at some point. Yeah, broadcasting private life can be unsettling, says Jared. I find it unsettling. But some people are cool with it and are comfortable with it. I also think if you are kind of cool and comfortable with it, you might not afford it through. Like, a lot of scamming and, what do they call it, social engineering can be done by looking at someone's Facebook feed. Like, you can learn so much about someone because they're broadcasting their life. They're broadcasting their thoughts, their interests, their activities. They tell you when they go on holiday, you know. And that's open to anyone to look at. And yeah, there's probably a lot of good to be said about being able to share it with the people you want to share it with. But not only are potentially nefarious people looking at this, so are these, like, AI systems, these algorithm systems. They're learning all this information about us, and they're using it for advertising at the moment. But you know, they're also very powerful, these tech companies. The internet used to be far more spread out than it is now. It's, you know, these tech companies have big concentrated powers, I guess is one way of thinking about it, right? Like, we're putting our eggs in we're putting more of our eggs into single baskets. Something like that. The internet used to be very spread out at one point. It really depends on how that data is being used and how it will be used. Social media, such as Facebook, has become a part of the people's life that they can't get out of it because people with them use them. You can turn off Facebook and live your life. I really do think it is not difficult to live your life about something like that. We did it before, right? So we can do it again. And I think, although, you know, it depends on how your data is being used, I think you've got to study it more. You've got to understand the power and value of data. Because YouTube, for example, is free, or so we think. YouTube is also harvesting and collecting massive amounts of data because we use it every day, and it tells advertisers so much about what we want. We're creating very powerful and intimate, in a way, details about us that can be used for advertising can also be used for other stuff as well. Like, what happens when this information falls into the hands of governments that take it from these companies or whatever? Like, what can they use it for? It's the fact of how powerful it is, and how it's kind of not like a mainstream topic or like a mainstream understanding of how much data we are generating about ourselves and putting into algorithms. Like, you've got to understand the weight of what's being done, and then you'll realize, even if you can sort of say, well, it does some good, you know, clearly the bigger the power, the potential for it being used nefariously or incorrectly can go up. This is like a new frontier, this age of data and algorithms. Like, where's it going to lead us? It's already manipulating our lives. There's already lots of young people who are experiencing anxiety and depression over, you know, Facebook feeds, Instagram likes, things like that. Like, it's already a massive part of our society, and we don't fully understand what we're doing with this data at the moment, right? This is some Reddit level conspiracy theory right now, says Iceberg. There's no conspiracy to what I'm talking about. Like, nothing I've said, I don't think, so far is conspiratorial. Unless you're listening to me and hearing me talk about how nefarious or dangerous this stuff could be, and you're thinking, that's kind of conspiratorial, well then fair enough. Like, maybe I'm a little bit pessimistic, but I'm learning about these technologies constantly. I'm very fascinated by technology and science and what's happening in the world, and you know, there are a lot of, when you learn about this stuff, there's a lot of interesting stories about how powerful this data is that we're generating, and what these algorithms we're creating are doing, and how they're having influence over your life. And it's like what we got to talk about. We've got to elevate the conversation more into the mainstream, more into realizing, hey, we're living here, we're creating our environments. We create cities, they're environments that we live in. Cities are going to have influences on how we are. We create social medias. Social medias, when we interact with them, are going to have influences on our thoughts, feelings, and behavior. So we got to learn about this stuff. We got to get invested in it and figure it out. And that's not happening. That's not a mainstream discussion. When Facebook was being made, no one was like saying, how is Facebook going to affect our lives? We have to get a lot further into it to then realize, hang on a second, there's these negative effects happening. There was a horrible story I heard the other day about a poor young girl who killed herself, and they believe it was over these Instagram stories or messages that were being shared of people in sort of like, I think they were like suicide coping groups, but they were kind of negative, or I didn't get the full ins and outs of the story. But again, it's happening in social media. These things are happening in environments that we are creating for ourselves. So we need to think about the power of what we're creating. There is a really, really good podcast with Sam Harris and an expert that he brought on. And this was a few months ago. It was last year. And this expert journalist who he brought on had in-depth researched the whole, what they call, air quotes, Russian trolls, and how they're influencing society and all of this. Now, this might sound conspiratorial. I put my faith in Sam Harris, and that he seems to bring on incredibly credible guests and people who really know what they're talking about, right? And these people have fully, extensively documented the whole Russian troll phenomena, found out all these social media groups that they've created, and studied and documented their tactics. And you can find like that these groups, these people are like influencing political and social movement groups with deliberate agitational moves. Like, they will find a Black Lives Matter group and then a Blue Lives Matter group, and they will organize events through their infiltration of these communities on the internet, because, you know, they don't need to be verified as a person face to face. They'll organize these events next door to one another. Like, there are people trying to agitate and stir emotions. And this is, you know, comes from legitimate journalism, and journalism, goodness me, has, like, we're in an age where journalism Journalism! Jeez, journalism has just disappeared almost. Cool, I didn't want to talk about this the other day, but I'll talk about it today. If anyone remembers the whole MAGA Kids incident, okay, this is a really fantastic example of like how social media is really damaging some basic things, and especially when related to journalism. The idea of journalism is to do the research, get the facts together, and present the story without bias. And we all know that that can be done incorrectly, and some people have done it incorrectly, whatever. When it came to the MAGA Kids thing, this is a news cycle that is birthed on Twitter, and it is instant. It is always about instinctive reaction and viralism, and people just quickly look at some video and tie in what's happened to their worldview and agenda. So if you're on one side, you come out defending these people. If you're on another, you're saying they're disgusting and they're horrible. And everyone rushes into doing this before the full research thing has happened. So if you're not aware of what happened, there is a video of a kid who's kind of smiling and smirking at an American native who's banging his drum and singing some sort of things, and it's kind of like a social confrontation. And from this one video, the internet blows up with this kind of idea that these kids wearing the MAGA hats are Nazis and they're horrible, and some people called for them to be doxxed, and all this horrible stuff like outbursts and rage happens. Other people come to their defense because they are probably people who wear MAGA hats as well. And then, you know, people are drawing conclusions, saying how it is, saying how we've got to react and do all this and that. And then over the following days, out come other videos that show you that these were just a bunch of high school kids, I think they were like 16, who were minding their own business when this Native American guy marches over. This is like a 2-hour video. Someone recorded the entire event, and you can see that they were not the agitators, and with the further context, the kid who was smiling and smirking at this old man was actually just sort of holding his own ground, it looked like. Just holding his own ground, and, you know, his response, his reaction, which I think he stated himself, was this was like a really odd situation to have this person come up to him and get in his face, and so he just tried to like hold his ground and smile it out. And, you know, this stuff just went right over the heads of so many people who wanted to make it all political and whatnot. Anyway, like, I'm not trying to get on the side of someone who wears a MAGA hat or make any comment about that. Like, the thing for me is it's so disappointing to see how quickly people want to incorporate events that happen into their worldview. They want to keep thinking of other people as groups, as them and me and us, and it's so damaging and dangerous, and there's a lack of journalism. There's all this stuff happening in this social media realm that I think is really dangerous. Anyway, I'm looking over, glancing at chat, and not a lot of people are responding to what I'm waffling about. Jeez, does anyone even want to listen? What's a MAGA hat, says Lauren Pavard. It's a red hat that says "Make America Great Again," and some people out there, like, you know, see it as a hate symbol. You know, I think it's historically it's easy to look at the Nazis and then see their symbolism and the dangers of it, but that's always going to be difficult to do the other way around. It's always easier to do it in hindsight. So I know that some people that wear MAGA hats will probably be racist and have hate in their heart, but I also know that some people won't. They won't at all. They'll just want to make America great again. That will mean something to them that maybe not be fueled by bigotry or anything like that. So I'm not interested in like getting into these camps and being angry about someone wears a MAGA hat or not. I much rather the idea of people talking to each other and conversating and, you know, expressing what's really going on, because I think if we, you know, learned who the real racists are, they're going to be so less of them than you realise. Anyway, I don't know. It's extremely dangerous, but it's the way that everyone can make easy money. That's why everything is going in the ESSA, says Suz. Yes, you've added a valuable point to everything I've just been talking about, is that what's also fueling this kind of quick buzz Twitter journalism with no research is the clickability of things. It's also what's heightens the tension and divide between people with different political opinions, is that we are getting money for clicks. Again, this goes back to the whole algorithms, advertising and data thing. We're creating a powerful set of data that is, you know, fueled by marketing and advertising. Okay, and look, this is like a prime example of the trade-off. We create this incredible wealth of power for advertising, and we're going to trade off journalism for it now. We're trading it off to this sensational, you know, clickbait. So when something like that MAGA video comes out, it's not about finding out what happened on this day. Can we talk to these people? Can we get their stories? It's about getting the story out as quick as you can. Then you've got to sensationalize it. Then you've got to be like, you know, MAGA kids get in Native Americans' face, and like they sensationalize, and it's just so ridiculous. It's such a terrible way to do things. It's like a war on people's minds. You don't even know that there's a war on your mind all the time about all the information you absorb. You've got to think about it. It's all out there. It's all trying to influence you. And it's not a conspiracy. People sometimes comment, this sounds conspiratorial. I'm not trying to tell you there's shady people behind the mask. I don't look at it like that. I look at it like a natural phenomena, things that are just happening, and we're getting caught up in it. Surprise Tober says, X, all media, tradition or new, have bias. They're getting their money from somewhere. Yeah, of course, but you know that. Yeah, of course, you're totally right. The only thing is, it feels very damaging right now. Maybe like a retroactive study of old journalism might reveal similar things. I guess when you're living in the moment of something, it can always feel a little bit more intense and meaningful. Like, at the same time that we can talk about all these social tensions and problems with our social media, we're also benefiting from you know, a lot of technology and health and medicine and other things that are great, that, you know, overall we could argue things are better than ever. But it does feel like there's a bit of a potential epidemic at the moment, especially with like the opioid crisis that's going on. eHobby says, real journalism needs time. They can't get their story fast enough. Yep. The Great Monarch says, those kids weren't racist. The 2-hour videos of all of the articles are based on show that the kids did nothing. Yeah, that's the impression I got from looking at those videos and learning about the bigger picture, is that they just seem like a bunch of young kids, you know, and they chose to buy those MAGA hats, and that's fine. Like, this is kind of what I touched on earlier, is just because someone buys a MAGA hat, it doesn't mean they're wearing it for the reason you think they are. Okay, there might be some people that do, but it's just so dangerous to constantly just jump to these conclusions all the time. I really feel like it's dividing. Sounds like the Momo challenge news that was going around. It's a complete hoax. It was a creepy pasta from 2007, but some stupid news site decided they needed to scare parents about hackers hacking into YouTube videos using a monster to tell their kids to commit suicide. The panic was very real and very sad. Cleo, there have been probably several incidences like that over time. Maybe not even in the internet age where news has been hoaxed. It's one of the things we're susceptible to. And I think one of the problems with something like that is that people can be deceived, but if someone's intentionally trying to deceive, like that can be pretty, you know, you can do that. Like, if you know how journalists work and who they're going to talk to, it can probably be quite easy to plant a false narrative or a false story. I mean, I'm speculating quite a bit here. I'm just thinking that doesn't sound like such a ridiculous thing to be able to do, right? Someone may wear a MAGA hat as a joke, says Goat Unicorn. Yeah, you could wear it as a joke. I mean, I think that, I don't know. I wouldn't choose to wear one for a laugh. I just wouldn't wear one. Don't want my clothes to make a statement, really. As you'll probably know, I prefer a discussion to to air points, views, and opinions. X, have you heard about the Discord incident, says Yuriku. I have not. Tell me about the Discord incident. I've just noticed that there's been a few messages with Discord ? Or so you can tell me about that, and then I'll let you know what my reaction to it is, I guess. X, my daughter and I were wondering, what do you and the other hermits think about the weekly recap show? Do you mind them using yours or other hermits clips? Everyone's got a different opinion on it. I am 100% fine with those guys doing whatever they want to do with our stuff. It's transformative. I think the recap is a valuable part of the community for people who don't get to watch the videos, and they're nice guys. So I'm cool with the recap. Space is awesome. I've got things to do today, peeps, and I'd really love to keep streaming. I'm kind of weighing it up in my mind, like, should I keep going? I mean, this could take a little while to finish. There is a fair bit to do here, isn't there? Right, Discord incident. Anyone talking about it? It doesn't look like it. Can someone tell me what the Discord incident... Where was that person that said about the Discord incident? Jeez. I want every message to be about the Discord incident now. I must know what it is. What happened on Discord? Yeah. What's happening on Discord? Oh, it might not be appropriate for the stream. Well, you can leave a message and I'll read it and I'll decide if it's appropriate to talk about. But since I know nothing about it, I might just choose not to comment on it, but... okay, I see, yeah, that probably isn't... Well, I don't like talking about that stuff, I don't think anyone does. I'll look it up and see what's going on for myself. Okay, a few more slabs, clickety click click clack. Someone messaged that earlier, and in the chat, and I thought they were making a That was weird. What just happened? Oh, what just happened? I thought they were referring to clickbait, because we were talking about clickbait, and I'm like, someone's like clickbait, click 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 click. Okay, apparently I missed. Maybe that's what blew up. Maybe what blew up was there, which would make... There's a slab, so it blew that up. And if it blew up on a slab, it wouldn't have destroyed anything else. So how did something get there to begin with? I think where we've been placing these blocks, maybe when I get to one side, something spawns over here. Anyway. Man, I enjoy building this. Now that we've got the technique down, it's just fun to grind it out. I don't remember where we were. I think we were at this level all the way around with exception to a bit over there. So we did quite a bit, but you can tell it's a slow thing overall, right? Anyway, we're going to wrap up the stream here just because I got things to do today, and as much as I want to keep streaming right now, I need to be smart, right? So massive thanks to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. As always, thanks for tuning in, peeps, and listening to me waffle. I do enjoy having a waffle with all of y'all. We're going to do a raid. I'm going to send you over to Jax Mackie, awesome streamer. This guy's always doing Minecraft, man. He's a really cool dude. So say hello from me. I'm going to shoot off, though, just because I have a list of things to do and I've got to go out. So tell Jax I said hi and enjoy your stream. Right, I'm out, peeps. Thank you so much.